Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles Sebastian, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment. And we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. So today, folks, we got a devastating story for you guys here. Devastating story. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's going to be a devastating one, simply because the NBA right now is going through something that I don't think they wanted to experience, right? And they're getting some pretty bad press. Just last night, we did a live show reacting to some news that Pablo Torre shared on Twitter. And we want to put up the post for you guys here. It says, Kevin Garnett was reportedly among the former pro athletes who played in a private poker game organized by individuals indicted in the DOJ's Operation Royal Flush. This is per Pablo Torre. So if you actually go to Pablo Torre's page on X or Twitter or whatever you call it, I call it Twitter, he even talks about it more, and where he discusses Tyronn Lue. We did a show about it last night. And that news was absolutely devastating, where he brought up Tyronn Lue. And it says Clippers head coach Tyronn Lue was also in attendance at the alleged rigged April 2019 poker game in Las Vegas. Sources with direct knowledge tell Pablo finds out. He said, but sources say Lue did not play at the same table as his good friend Blazers head coach, Chauncey Billups. And as you guys know, Chauncey Billups used to be an assistant coach for the Los Angeles Clippers before he took the job with the Portland Trailblazers. So as I was going through the internet today, I came across a New York Post article here that really shocked me, because this one now is bringing up some more stuff about LeBron James, and it has the following headline saying, ex-Cavalier Damon Jones would boast about best friend LeBron James at Vegas casinos. And then it continues on, and I want to get into what the article says. It says, let me just get to this part here. He says he would say he's best friends with LeBron James. Basically, he was using that as a business card for people to gain some trust and opening some doors for him, Osborne said of Jones, right? And it went into some further details where he was essentially what he was doing, and I'll read this part. Said, in addition to Jones' alleged illegal tip-off of James's injury, he was also involved in a widespread multi-million-dollar scheme that lured deep-pocketed NBA and other figures to fix poker games overseen by 4 of New York City's infamous mafia families, prosecutors said. Right, and it just goes on and on and on. You guys can go check out the New York Post article there. But essentially, what they're saying is, he was leveraging his relationship with LeBron James to go out and conduct the business that he was conducting. Some of it had to do with some injury reports surrounding the Los Angeles Lakers. They gave the game against the Milwaukee Bucks and all of that there, right? Now, obviously, this doesn't say that LeBron James has any involvement, and I'm not going to say anything like that until there's proof. I'm not going to do that. But I'm sure LeBron is sitting down somewhere right now, or was sitting down somewhere, saying to himself, how could you involve me in this mess? How could you involve me in this mess? How? Because his name is being mentioned because he was close friends with Damon Jones. He was a trainer with LeBron. This is already documented. He did have access to the Lakers, their private plane, locker room, etc. We know all of this already. So it's not like as if we're making that stuff up, but just based on the fact that these guys were friends and there's a public connection between the two of them, it now brings LeBron's name into the fold. And I'm 100% sure that this is something LeBron James is absolutely irate about, right? And I'm sure it must be a very difficult place for him to be, because on the one hand, your friend is facing some very serious legal charges. And on the other hand, you're being brought into it just by the simple fact that you are an associate of this guy. And it's a mess. As I just said, Pablo Torre brought up, mentioned other players like Kevin Garnett. and Kevin Garnett also, he has some details about him as well. They also mentioned in Tyronn Lue. And what makes it so bad is because now you're dealing with active like people that are associated with the league, like coaches and players. But you're now hearing bigger names. We heard from the NBA commissioner, Adam Silver. And a lot of people seem to be upset with Adam Silver. And I can understand, because Adam Silver has this kind of like laissez-faire attitude towards things. It's like, oh, nothing is really a big deal. You had this stuff where they spoke about, like, the league, where he made the comments about you can watch the league highlights and all of that, when we found out that in order for you to watch every single NBA game, fans would need to dish out $650 this year. He just seemed to be so callous about, like, he was just like, oh, okay, it's no big deal. Then he realized, okay, that didn't land well. He had to come back out. I actually want to quickly read from an article from Marca. It says, Adam Silver shocked by NBA scandal. I had a pit in my stomach. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver visibly shaken during a national televised appearance Friday night as he addressed the growing fallout from the federal investigation that has ensnared Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier, Portland Trail Blazer head coach Chauncey Billups. And then it continues on. I want to get to the part where he said this. He said, my initial reaction was I was deeply disturbed, Silver said during a halftime interview on Amazon Prime's broadcast of the Boston Celtics New York Knicks game. There's nothing more important to the league and its fans than the integrity of competition, and I had a pit in my stomach. It was very upsetting. Now, you couple this news with what just went down last summer, when the Lakers were able to pull off this miraculous trade for Luka Doncic, for Anthony Davis in the heat of the night. And then somehow, some way, miraculously, at the end of the season, the Dallas Mavericks, who made that swap with the Lakers that no one knew about, somehow, some way, end up with the number 1 overall pick in the draft, and they end up landing Cooper Flagg. And a lot of people are like, come on. So a lot of people are also looking in the direction of the commissioner, right? A lot of people are looking at, and I'm sure if this thing continues to grow more legs, you're going to see a lot more attention be directed towards him. A lot more attention. In terms of this story here, man, I think is just the beginning of the story. Okay, I think it's the beginning of the story. LeBron James is not involved. As far as I know, as far as we all know, he's not involved. But for the simple fact that he is connected to Damon Jones, his name is being brought into this. I'm sure that's a very unfortunate situation for him. And I'm sure it's a situation he wouldn't want to be a part in. I cannot envision a world where LeBron James would be involved in something. I cannot envision a $1.3 billion guy being involved in something like that. It's just, that would be incomprehensible. I would not be able to fathom such. So these are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you guys on the next show, and I'm out. Peace.